Hello, my name is Molly, and I wanted to hop on really quickly. I got a request to do a video about mindset, what that means, and a lot of people talk about our mindset and positive affirmations, positive thinking, things like that. So I wanted to talk about what that means to me. Um, just for a moment, I had a really interesting kind of thought, vision about it. So when we talk about our mindset, I suppose it reminded me of a situation. So years ago, I used to really get upset when I thought something was going to happen. There would be, maybe something that I thought was going to go wrong or whatever the case may be. And I would get myself really worked up about said issue. And my former husband used to tell me, how can you do that? You're giving it so much energy. You're going to make it come true. And that's just something that I did. I would sit there and I would really get into my mind about it and just kind of obsess over it. So I remember this conversation. This went on for years, really, um, and I think that the mindset is important. But the way that it was kind of shown is that, it's grounded in our beliefs. So for me, my belief was that when you really worried about something and you gave it a lot of attention and kind of obsessed over it, it would never happen. So for me, all of those times that I would get really upset about something, it never happened. The thing that I was really worried about never happened. So in a way, it's kind of like I was worrying about it to ensure that it wouldn't happen, because the mindset was there, right, to give it energy or whatever the case may be. But the true belief that I held was that if I did that, it wouldn't happen. So I would argue that your mindset matters, right? But what is that mindset grounded in? What is the actual belief that's feeding it? Okay, so I was almost shown it like a tree. I love gardening and nature, so that always speaks to me. So I was kind of shown it as like your mindset would be like the branches of the tree, but then the trunk of the tree would be your beliefs. So what are your actual beliefs that are feeding then that mindset? Um, I'll kind of give you the whole vision that I saw. So then your beliefs, okay, would be fed from the roots of like experience, oftentimes throughout our lives, but starting in childhood, certainly. So what experiences and truths, right, are feeding your beliefs, which then flow into your mindset, which then I would see the leaves as like the manifestation, your reality, like what do you experience all the time? That's kind of the way that I saw this flow. So for example, if you try these affirmations and you say, oh, I want true love to come into my life. Let's pick one. I deserve true love. Well, that's wonderful. And you can say that a lot, but what's the belief that's feeding it? Do you actually believe that true love exists? Do you actually believe that you deserve true love? Do you actually believe, right, whatever the case may be, money? Like, oh, I really want to be really, really wealthy. Well, do you actually believe that you can be wealthy? Do you actually believe that you deserve to be wealthy? All these things. So you really want to tap into those beliefs, which of course you're then going to end up back in your roots of your experience. And what led you to those beliefs. That's kind of the healing shadow work that so many people talk about. But I kind of want to talk about just that mindset piece of it. So really and truly, you have to, or if you want to have these manifestations come true, right? You want to have these things come true. There's always a little shadow work to it, right? So you are going to want to go in and say, do I actually believe these things that I'm saying? Do I believe these positive things that I'm reading on the card or listening to in a video? Because if you don't believe in them, then that's, I think, where you would want to start. You want to get in there and say, well, why don't I believe that I deserve that, or should I experience that, or whatever the case may be? Because that's where, when you're able to shift your beliefs, then you're going to be able to shift your mindset, and then that will, of course, affect what is coming, manifesting in your life and in your reality. Hopefully this was interesting or helpful. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them below.